Our next guest went from a 9-to-5 job and having health issues, decided to follow her dreams and now coaches others to do the same. Prepare yourself to be inspired because we have Kimberly Lucht here with us today. Welcome, Kimberly.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here. Yeah.
I'm so blessed to know you in real life, and I'm so happy you're here with us.
Oh, this is such a treat to be on here with you, Susie, and Stitches and Tracy. It's so exciting.
We were told that you started your 9-to-5 and you realized that you wanted to be an entrepreneur. First question is, when did you realize that? And when did you realize that's where you wanted to take your career, just to be an entrepreneur?
I resisted the idea of becoming an entrepreneur at the very beginning. And I think a lot of times in our crossroads in life, our body will show us the way and in ways that we don't necessarily think are like guiding us down the right path. So like if you find that your body is betraying you in some odd ways, like for me, it was like low-grade seizures and skin conditions and eye conditions that at 25, I shouldn't have been having at all. And so sometimes our bodies will speak for us. And once the denial of, what you really, truly are meant for, like gets big and large enough, your bodies will protest. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I think a lot of us can relate to an experience like that.
Like Stitches, the same thing happened with you, right? This is what we're talking about. The body knows. The body is wise.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard that. Your body will protest. I'm telling that, Kimberly.
I want to hear, now that you've made this transition, what about coaching actually brings you the most joy now?
What's funny is that before I became an official coach I had been coaching for probably over a decade. Like in high school, my friends would come to me. I bet Susie feels the same way. Your colleagues come to you, people that you work with or around will come to you for advice. And that was one of the best signals that I got of like, what do people come to me for? And I think that's something to always ask yourself is, what are the things that people need most from me? And what is the best way that I can serve? And usually the people around you will show you what that is. Because sometimes you don't exactly know what your magic, style or flair is. And at the end of the day, sometimes the cards reveal themselves with people that, come into your life. So for me, it was actually Susie, one of the first coaches that I knew about. Susie was the first coach that I, looked up to and admired and got really inspired by. And she's the best. She's the best human.
No, you hang up. It's we can go on and on.
I know praise. It's like the fangirls and all this. Yeah, like the praise. I know it's so important to detach from that and all those, everything, because truthfully, like the only thing that matters is that you bring your best soul work out into the world.
You have such a pleasantness about you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like when you talk, it's very pleasant. And speaking of that, you have something, you mentioned the 6-figure, but you also have something called the Rich and Soulful Coach, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
Oh, yeah. This is another soul opening gift that came through me during the pandemic. It's like, this needs to come out. This needs to come out. And it's a program of mine that is for women who want to have a coaching business that fills their heart and bank account. And so that's something that I think is, you want both it lights you up and it also lights up your bank account, lights up your, money. Like you want both. And so that's like for women who are thinking of becoming coaches or who are coaches, who want that in their life, who want both the time freedom and the financial freedom, because like we know, one without the other isn't really that great. And it can be kind of I see a lot of coaches that either are totally booked out or totally blissed out, but not the combination.
I love this, and everyone should definitely check this out. So what's coming up for you next, Kimberly, and where can people find you if they want to connect with you?
So next is, amplifying both of those things. I think those have been the two gifts from my heart that have really amplified and changed people's lives. And so the Soulful 6-Figure Roadmap, that's a free gift from my heart to yours. And the Rich and Soulful Coach, you'll see deets on that on my website. That's definitely, just my heart's extension to you. So
yes, and can we just make this just announcement? You are allowed to be wealthy and spiritually full. I mean, this is our obligation, right?
Yes.
Both. I mean, even to quote the Bible here, Stitches, you're like this. God, it gives God pleasure to give you His kingdom. Right?
Come on.
Go, baby. Thank you, Kimberly. We have more guests and more great information coming up next, so stay tuned. But first, we're at the table with Tommy. And later, we're talking e-commerce with Kayla Buck. Stay close.